This toxic gas leak was reported in Visakhapatnam early this morning. He is also in constant touch with Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy, who is en route to the site, and it will take him a few hours to reach there and also reach the hospital to take stock of the current situation. Prime Minister himself is closely monitoring the situation. As we also heard it from his side, the tweet that he also posted, and Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh as well present in this meeting, where they are keeping a constant eye on the developments in Visakhapatnam, this gas tragedy that has been reported. Home Minister Amit Shah also in this meeting, as this meeting includes officials from the Home Ministry and also from the NDMA, that is the National Disaster Management Authorities, where we're looking at this tragedy that occurred around early this morning between 3:30 and 4 a.m. as we're getting constant updates of that area now being declared into a safe zone. There is no more toxic gas leakage, but it comes to the people who have been affected because 8 lives have been lost because of this gas leak. The Prime Minister himself is taking stock of the situation. He is in constant touch with the relevant authorities as well, along with the Home Minister Amit Shah and Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh as well, and with the NDMA officials who are present in this meeting. This was an emergency meeting that was called by the Prime Minister himself. Already dealing with the coronavirus situation and the crisis, this is another crisis that has been reported in Visakhapatnam. We are continuously getting more updates and live updates that continue, where we are getting to know that people who had reportedly said that they were feeling unwell, they were feeling breathless, they have now been declared as stable, though they continuously are getting medical treatment. My colleague Vikram is with us to give us more details of this meeting that has been called by the Prime Minister himself, taking stock of the situation prevailing in Visakhapatnam. Vikram.
Well, Amita, this meeting was scheduled, and this comes shortly after the Prime Minister spoke to Andhra Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy, who we believe we're getting reports that he has left Vijayawada and he will be reaching Vizag soon, and he will be meeting those who are now admitted in hospitals. We also spoke to the NDRF DG and the Police Commissioner. We also have Abhishek Kapoor, our executive editor, joining us on the phone line. Abhishek, Prime Minister chairing this crucial meet, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and Home Minister Amit Shah also present for the Vizag tragedy.
Well, yes, this is the mechanism under the National Disaster Management Act, Vikram, and the NDMA, the National Disaster Management Authorities meeting. This essentially shows the kind of seriousness with which the Prime Minister's office has really taken this matter of leakage of gas at this private facility, which is a pharma company, I believe, in Vizag, and the kind of damage it has caused. Though our sources are telling us that the worst is hopefully over and that the leakage has been contained, but whether this was an act of sabotage, whether this was an accident or a case of negligence, all those things would need to be investigated. But what is more important is that the government has taken it very seriously, and that is why NDMA is meeting chaired by the Prime Minister, which is the mechanism. Home Minister is there because Home Ministry is the nodal agency to which the NDMA, the authority, reports, and of course the other officials, to make sure that nothing is left by way of coordination, to make sure that the damage is contained, and also the aftermath of the crisis in terms of taking care of all those who have been affected and the possible public health fallout that could be there. So assessment of the damage and the containment of the crisis, and that is why this NDMA is meeting under the chairmanship of the Prime Minister, Vikram.
Well, Abhishek, because the current updates that we are getting now, it's been confirmed that the entire area, there is no more toxic gas leak that can be reported, though people are still not being allowed to come back to their homes, that the entire area has been evacuated. But this is of prime importance when there is constant touch and connect between the centre and the state government. We're expecting Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy to arrive at the site soon.
Well, yes. I mean, the entire administration at all levels has been activated from their ground zero to the state level, and of course, as we have been discussing, the NDMA with the Prime Minister chairing the meeting. The idea is that the fallout should be contained at whatever damage has already happened. We have great memories of the Bhopal gas tragedy, and though of course all reports suggest that the damage has been minimal and contained, but yet whatever lessons have to be drawn, whatever needs to be done by way of both the NDRF and SDRF coordinating to limit the damage further. And that is why all these mechanisms that have been triggered, Amita.
Well, the NDMA also meeting and on part of the Home Ministry and the Defence Ministry as well. What more inputs can we expect from their side, Abhishek?
Amita, typically this is a coordinated work between various ministries and departments which follow the protocols which are part of the National Disaster Management Act and coordinated by the agency which is the NDMA, as in the National Disaster Management Authority. In fact, we are seeing how in the case of COVID also it is the NDMA mechanism which is being implemented by the Home Ministry in coordination with the Health Ministry. In this case also, I believe at some stage the Health Ministry would also be getting into the picture, but essentially, the idea of holding this NDMA meet is to make sure that all levels of government and all departments are on the same page in terms of dealing with the crisis.
Absolutely, because we're already facing with one big crisis. This is another crisis that has unfolded in Visakhapatnam. As we continue to get live updates also, and we'll be shortly playing out visuals of Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy leaving for Visakhapatnam. We're getting to know he will be reaching there in a few hours of time. But also Abhishek continues to be with us as the Prime Minister has assured the Chief Minister that all help and support will be given to the state government by the centre. Abhishek, thank you very much for the moment for sharing those details with us. The Prime Minister chairing that meeting with Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, Home Minister Amit, Shah and the NDMA officials. This emergency meeting that has been called in. We slip into a short break, back with our continuous coverage.